Alright, what's up guys, Wooly here, and today we're going to be going over a bleed build, blood build if you will. Now, specifically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I am using, how to get the benefits of the bleed build. We're just going to talk about the talismans, the weapons, and the gear. As far as the gear, it's just the mask, which is the white mask. I'll tell you where to get it, but I'm not going to go through and show you on the map specifically where to get all of these items. That would make the video way too long. There are plenty of guides out there. We will put a guide together for that, where to get these talismans, but I just want to show you what to get so that you know what to aim for. Right now, because I am on New Game Plus, I don't have all of my graces anymore. As you can see, we'll zoom out on the map. So I have the whole map, but I don't have all of my graces, so I can't really go back and show you everything yet. But I do want to go over the bleed build because this is what got me through the game the first time. Okay, so let's go into our inventory here. So the first thing we want to look at, I think most people are familiar with it, is the white mask. The reason why people run this, you can read the description if you want, but what you really want to focus on is that last sentence that says slightly raises attack power when there is blood loss nearby. So that is why you want the white mask. As far as the equipment, we're going to be focusing on the talisman Assassin's Crimson Dagger. This is very early in the game that you can get this. Prior to the Erdtree Favor 1, I was just running the Erdtree Favor. I did a full video on where to get that, but we have the plus one here. So raises maximum HP, stamina, and equipment load. There is a different talisman I would probably recommend using. This is a good one to have. I just haven't gone to get it yet. But it looks very similar to the Assassin's Crimson Dagger. I forget what it's called, but it's blue. It's also very early in the game. What that one does, it's very similar to the Assassin's Crimson Dagger. So with the Assassin's Crimson Dagger, when you get a critical hit, you get life back. With the blue one, when you get a critical hit, you get some of your blue bar back. So red bar, and then it would be blue bar. Aside from that, these two are later in the game, so don't worry about trying to get those right now. But when you do get further into the game, you do want to go for the Lord of Blood's talisman here, which blood loss in vicinity increases attack power. Yeah, you do have to clear a boss for that. And then Taker's Cameo restores HP upon defeating enemies. So like I said, these are later in the game. Don't worry about chasing those down, but when you do get to a point where you are ready to get them, they are very beneficial for in-game. But as far as starting out, you really want the Assassin's Crimson Dagger, and then the blue one that I mentioned. And I will do a guide on where to get that blue one, probably in the next day or two. I'll do a full video on where to get it, how to get it, and then we'll break down videos for these as well. As far as the gear I'm wearing, like I said, it's just the white mask, the War Surgeon, which is just Var's gear. You get it from an invader, I believe. So the white mask you get from, you know, where the bird farm is, that section in the underground, right where that bird is that you keep killing off, luring off the cliff, however you get rid of him where you farm him. To the left of him, there's going to be an invader, and when you kill that invader, you get the white mask, so that's how you get that. As far as the weapons we're using, we're going to be running Rivers of Blood, which also comes from an invader, and then we're going to be running the Nagakiba, which you get from Hunter Yura, I believe. You can be that guy and kill him if you want, and that's how you get it, but I believe you can do a quest for him as well. So you do need to get the Ashes of War Seppuku, which comes from a scarab, one of those invisible scarabs. Like I said, there's plenty of videos on how to get that, but what you would normally do is you would two-hand whatever you have Seppuku on, and then you would go back to your Rivers of Blood. Now I would keep Rivers of Blood in the right hand, that way you can keep dual wield out, and you can still get the benefit from doing the special attack from Rivers of Blood. And we'll show you here what it looks like. So I'm going to let this guy call everybody out with his little horn. And then we'll show you what it kind of hits like. Now I know I'm pretty over leveled for this area, but still, it doesn't matter. You would do some crazy damage. And you can see when I defeat him, I get health back, and that's a pretty good little chunk that comes back. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, so very nice, guys. Very, very nice, right? That's pretty much it. Like, this is a very straightforward build. Most of the builds are, and I'm not going to say it's overpowered because that word gets tossed around a lot in this game. To be quite frank, nothing's really overpowered. It's just a matter of how you set your build up. Everything is viable, everything is good, and everything can be better depending on what talismans and ashes you're using. That is what is specific to your builds, is your ashes of war and your talismans. Those are what will determine how strong your build will actually be. Obviously, your level does come into play. Now, with the blood build, we do want to kind of build up our arcane. That's what you want. You want to level up your arcane. So I wouldn't go for faith. In that case, I would go for arcane. I'm a very high level, so I've got quite a bit into faith. But really, you just want to get your vigor, your mind, your endurance, and your arcane. Arcane should be one of your main stats when you're going for the blood build. Mind, like I said, that would probably be the last thing I do. I'd put a little bit into it. But when you get that talisman I was talking about, and for the life of me, I cannot remember the name, it will give you some of your blue bar back when you get a critical hit. So it's very early in the game that you can get it. That's the one I would go for. So I'll try to do a video on that one shortly, and then I'll link it in the description on this video when I get around to making it in the next couple of days. But that's pretty much it, guys. This is the bleed build, blood build, whatever you want to call it. I call it the Lord of Blood build because it's just phenomenal. Got me through the whole game. And then I will do a second build for the Poise Break build. Yeah, we'll go over that one. We're not even going to touch it right now. We'll go over that one later. But thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate it. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. I'll be back with more Elden Ring content in the future. For my DC folks, we'll be back with some more DC content pretty soon as well. So anyways, thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time. Wooly out.